All right, I'm just making sure that I'm recording here. Let me just make sure. All right, I just need to hear the volume. Okay, so I guess I am. All right, so today is September 4th of 2024. Gonna go over the weekly outlook as well as the previous day's price action. um, Yesterday was just a day to forget. Um, it wasn't because of the loss, or yeah, the loss I took, um, which stayed within my loss parameters. It was due to the fact that I pulled the trigger on multiple occasions without even actually seeing my model. So that in itself were actions based off of impulse and assumption, and that's not how trading goes. The only way that I would pull the trigger in that aspect would have to be based off of logical decisions, not assumption and or impulse. So that is why yesterday I was just extremely frustrated. And though I did come back in the afternoon, I didn't trade I didn't take actual trades. I instead ended up taking paper trades. Yeah, I ended up taking paper trades, and that kind of calmed me down. But again, I was frustrated the whole day because I took trades based off of that, and that's not something I should be doing anymore. But I still do it, obviously. And I'm glad, like I said, that the loss came within my loss parameters. But again, it was just the fact that I took impulsive decisions based out of assumptions, thinking that I was right, and I actually wasn't, because I read my journal every day, and the and yeah, I read my journal every day, and every day I remind myself that September is predominantly bearish. But I was thinking that, because of the political landscape, the price would continue to draw higher. But obviously that's not the fact. So I have to continue on with what I write down, because what I write down is based off of actual factual evidence, not assumptions or impulsion or impulsive moves during the market. So, and there is something I should have also realized, which just came a little too late. But again, that's fine. If you look at the daily here, and it didn't occur to me until after I closed everything and I started to look into what the issue was. As you can see here and here, and I actually traded something similar to this model a couple of days ago, actually 2 days ago. This is an order block. This is a propulsion block, right? Not only that though, but I completely messed up yesterday where I ended up assuming that these were relative equal highs, but this is coming off of a daily gap here, sweep, and that is initially um, a short setup. Same thing here. So that is SMT. Lower high, higher high, higher high, lower high. SMT between these things. So that is a short regardless. Not only that, another thing I failed at was whenever you come back from a vacation day, do not trade until the afternoon session at least, or the next day. And the afternoon session did offer some pretty good, not some, but one pretty good setup. Um, so I should have taken that into account, but I didn't, obviously, and that cost me dearly. Well, not dearly. It's just fatal, fatal mistakes that could have uh, added up to really bad mistakes. But obviously, I ended up taking my losses early, hit my max limit within my loss parameters, and because of that, like I said, I was just really frustrated, and I decided to just cut it early. It's the earliest I've decided to stop trading in about 6 months. So that's what I mean. Like yesterday, I'm just happy to get it over with, and today's a new day. So let me. What was that? Oh, I thought I heard something. Um, so yeah, that was just like I said. That was just something that I didn't need, or I didn't. Yeah, I didn't need, and but I made it happen myself. So, anyways, back to today. So my bias has changed. Based off of what happened, September is a bearish day for me. Uh, Let me rephrase that. September is a bearish month historically, and so I'll be looking for bearish price action going forward here. Um, but let's just go off of yesterday's price action real quick in the afternoon. So again, a rule is do not trade after you come back from a holiday. Do not trade until the afternoon session. And if you look at the afternoon session right here, I came back for the 1330 macro. This right here is a 12 o'clock macro, 1300 macro, 1330 macro. So you come into 1330 macro and you notice that price is below new day opening gap. It hasn't hit this day yet, but you're expecting for these lows to get swept. And this low here. So you're expecting for those lows to get swept. And so you start looking for an entry. One of my favorite things to do is, and I realized that this is sell side as well. And these relative equal lows here. So sell side, sell side. This sell side had already been hit. This one hadn't yet, and this one was about to. Because price draws the low or high of day during the last couple of hours before the market closes. So I come back during the 1330 macro and I start looking for a short. But one of the first things I need to do is I need to see where the market is. Give me 1 second. Somebody's knocking. All right. I thought somebody was knocking. Okay, so when you come back during the afternoon session, you have to look at where price has swept the most recent high and where price is in relation to the higher time frame. In the higher time frame, I realized on the 60-minute we had just created an order block, which is this right here, right? But not on NQ. So then you zoom into the 15-minute and you look at the most recent order blocks drawn and you look to see how price has been developing over there. And you notice an order block here, but then you notice another order block up here. So that is regular order block, propulsion block. Order block, as you can see here, price barely hit it. So this right here is an institutional order flow entry drill, but this happened at 11:30, so I'm not really interested in that. So I started looking for price to reject this order block here, right? And as you can see here, you don't necessarily see a dealing range, right? So when you don't see a dealing range, you just keep on zooming in until you actually see a dealing range. A dealing range again is made when a swing high and a swing low get swept. Okay, so here as you can see on the dealing range here, no sweeps, right? And I don't have the 3 minute. Well, let me put in the 3 minute. I added it earlier. I'm not going to be using it though, but it's just to show context. Okay, so you look here, and you notice that this right here is a swing high, swing low. So this becomes the dealing range here. Actually, no, it's not that one. It's this one right here. Swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high, swept. And so you make this the dealing range. So as long as price keeps drawing lower, you just keep on reapplying the dealing range until price draws higher to sweep 50%. And as you can see here, price swept 50%, promptly rejected, creating an entry here, and then you get to move lower, covering here and down here, covering here and down here. This right here is the trade. This long that I took up here, which was just retarded in itself, was not advised. And again, I was just frustrated because I took, you never jump in front of price, because it'll blow through you like a train, and you don't want to take your chances against a train. And that's what I did yesterday, but it's fine. Again, completely forgot about it. Now back to my regular self. Um, Not hoping that I follow my rules today, because I know I will follow my rules today. Um, okay. All right. So I'm back. Okay. So for today, uh, again, my bias has changed. I'm expecting lower prices now. How lower it goes, I have no idea. But I am expecting, I would not be surprised if we draw into the lows again, because once price starts going, there's no stopping it. And so I will be looking for price to reprice, rebalance and imbalance, and then start targeting the lows. So I will be looking for price to target these lows. I'm not going to add that just yet, because we might still have a ways to go. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this. All right, and we're going to leave this here. The dealing range on the daily remains as it is now, but let me move it over. Okay, that's already there. Um, I can remove this right here. Yeah, I can remove this. I'm just going to remove this. Let's put this back here, down here. Let's remove this. A new day opening gap stays there. Um, I don't need any of this anymore. Actually, let's put this back up here. I don't think price comes back up to this gap here. But let's add it just in case, because I will. Jesus, I will be looking for this to become an invert eventually. And this right here, I'm gonna put as the other one. This I don't need anymore. This I don't need anymore. I'm just clearing the all right, 20th, 19, 19, 20th. Okay. So this is the opening gap. This is the new week opening gap, new day opening gap, new day opening gap here. So these I'll leave here. But now we are within this gap here, and so right now we are traveling from external, after we took all these highs, to internal, this right here. So I would not be surprised if we get a day where price uh, trades in a broadening pattern. But my my objective is to trade from internal to external. So all of these lows here, price did reach into this by a couple of ticks. So that's what I'll be looking for today. I'll be looking for price to draw lower. We haven't violated this breaker yet. But I do expect for this break to break. This right here is an inverse here. So we might still look to, let's see here actually. We might still look to trade into this new week opening gap. So let me add that back in here. And so again, the lows are currently my targets right now, so external. But I would like for price to test internal again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add 50% of the range here, right here, and right here. So 50% of the range is kind of a little far-fetched, if I'm being honest, but it does align with this new day opening gap. So I'll leave that as is here. Let's add this back in here. What I will do also though is I will have to realign them, because the thing is I do believe price drew a little lower, and I would like for price to come back up here so I can get short again. Um, and with that said, I do believe that this 50% might be down here somewhere. Not only that though, but I will have to zoom in so I could catch the the so I could catch the shorts above 50% of the range. So this one I might have to realign here because it aligns with 50% of the range, and this one I might have to bring it up to here because it aligns with 50% of the range. If I want to get short, then I have to get short above 50% of the range, not below, above. But the only thing that's giving me a little bit of reason to be cautious is that this right here is a balanced price range, meaning that price may only look to reprice into 50% of this range here. So that's what I'll be looking for today. I'll be looking for price to reprice only to 50% of the range. Um, and then we'll see where price is. So let me go ahead and connect. Um, yep, right here. Because as it stands right now, this right here is the current dealing range. This right here. Uh, from here to here. So this is 50% of the range. So let's see how price reacted overnight. We do have news at 10 today. Jolts. Geez, I always forget what it stands for. Something. You know what? Let's just Google it. Job openings. There you go. Jesus. And it is at 10 o'clock that it takes place in. So no trading until after that. All right, let's take a look. Yep, we did trade below. Uh, look, where is it? I thought I had it here. Oh, there it is. This is really annoying today. Oh, where is it? It's right here. Nope, it's not this one. I always get those mixed up. Midnight open. Okay, so we are trading. We are still in a broadening pattern. So we are in seek and destroy currently, because yesterday we had the expansion lower, So this right here is a broadening pattern, seek and destroy. Um, but again, I do want to see price target these this 50% of the range at least going into the morning session. Um, just a 15-minute. Yep, it is. All right, and we do have SMT at the lows, but again, I am not looking for longs today. I'm looking for shorts. This is the previous day low. Previous day low. Okay, so again, we are in seek and destroy. Um, so I'm not looking to take any shorts just yet, and I'm not looking to take any longs just yet. The only way I'll take longs is if these lows here get swept for being the previous day lows. But even then, I'm still probably not going to look at now. I do have two scenarios. One is if we immediately displace lower, that's fine. But what I want to see is I want to see an unwillingness of price to want to draw higher, meaning that price is retracing into previous fair value gaps, um, but isn't even reaching consequent encroachment. It reaches just maybe the 25 bottom 25% and then immediately rejects lower. If I start seeing that, then if I start seeing that and we get immediate displacement lower, then that means to stay away from entering anything and only look to get in once price has had enough time to consolidate and do the same thing it did up here yesterday where I took that short. Um, so similar to what I did yesterday was waited for price to consolidate, and as you can see here, you can't see anything, but the only thing I can see is these swing highs and swing lows get swept, dealing range, price trades back into 50% of the range, and then continues lower. So that's what I'm looking for today. If we get displacement higher, then same thing. I'm not looking to immediately get short. What I am looking for is I'm looking for structure. I'm looking for structure within these gaps here, here, and maybe up here. I don't think price comes up to this area here. Um, I'd be highly surprised if it did because that would yeah, I'd be highly surprised. This one is not as far-fetched as this one right here. But again, with this one, I would like for price to come back into this area at least. And if price does that, then the only thing that'll get me to get short is once price creates a 15-minute swing high, swing low. 15, let me rephrase that, 15 or 5-minute swing high, swing low. Once those swing highs and swing lows get purged, I'll look for displacement lower, and then I'll begin to look for the same thing on the 1 minute. And once I see that, get short with a stop above the high, and then I'll look to cover below 50% of that range, as well as maybe the completion of that market maker sell model. But that all has to do with how price reacts going into the sessions here. I don't think we'll get anything out of the 10 o'clock macro. Uh, yeah, I don't think we will get anything during the 10 o'clock macro because I don't see anything yet. The only thing I do see are just seek and destroy. Yep, just seek and destroy. I don't see anything else telling me to get short. We do have displacement here. But again, the fact that price has not swept a high or low, it only did here, uh, keeps me from assuming that price is going to continue. The price is going to follow this setup here, and this is what I'm looking at right here on the lower time frame. Price already traded above 50% of the range here, as you can see. And if you zoom in on the 5-minute, you'll probably see the same thing here, which is right here. Price closed below this, using this as an inverse. And so this would be the target. But again, I'm not looking for a setup right now. We are starting the week off red. Right. Yeah, we are starting the week off red. So I'm just watching to see how price reacts here on the hourly. Only, like I said, the only SMT we have is between the Asia and London low on ES, and Q doesn't have that. So we might see, I don't know, we might see something draw higher. But again, I am looking for price to to show me what it wants to do first. But aside from that, I really don't have any other ideas. There's no displacement on the higher time frames at all. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. Yep, nothing on the 4-hour either. We do have this gap here that traded into it and now is seeking lower prices. This could be another entry here, but again, the 4-hour is less clean for me. All right. All right, so price just opened and we get an immediate draw higher, it seems. Yep, looks like we are. Let's take a look at the 5-minute. Yeah, it looks like we're drawing higher. We are holding at this gap here. Price is closing above and opening above. There is a sweep below here. But again, I'm not taking it. I'm just waiting to see what price does. And Q looks a little more um, bearish than ES, but this just reminds me of last week's long right off the open. So I'm paying attention to see how price closes and opens here. I would like ES to sweep this low here, and then I'd like for price to draw higher. But it looks like it's already happening, so that's fine. Yeah, I definitely want this low to get swept first. If it doesn't, then that makes total sense because we do have SMT between Asia and London, and NQ has higher lows on each of those sessions. All right, so it does look like we're going to draw higher first before we draw lower, but I'm not getting in on anything just yet. We do have 1 minute until the 5 minute closes. And we just swept that. Okay. All right, so it looks like we're getting that stuff. Again, there is no SMT on any one of these, but again, I am looking for price to reverse later on. And we do have SMT between the highs and lows. Actually, let me add the 4 hour here. I'm not necessarily looking to get short there, but I want to see where price is in relation to the higher time frame gaps. Seek and destroy conditions aren't still in effect. Just because it drew higher here doesn't mean it won't come down and sweep this low here. What I need to see to get out of these seek and destroy conditions is I need to see price draw higher and close above these areas here. On the way up, what I also want to see is I want to see price draw without any gaps. As you can see here, price drew higher, immediate rebalance, price continued drawing higher without any gaps. That's not displacement, that's just price drawing higher. Um, so during the 10 o'clock macro, I would like to see another immediate rebalance. If I see that, then I might look to maybe take a chance at an immediate rebalance again. As you can see here, no discernible SMTs. If price continues to draw higher, I may want to look at SMT of the 15-minute, because what I am seeing is I am seeing a willingness to draw higher on ES, and Q obviously isn't, um, but that doesn't mean that we won't continue to draw higher. Um, so I am starting to see something. So I'll just continue watching. What I want to see is, it's fine that price doesn't break out on NQ, but I want to see a swing high, swing low get put in on the lower time frame. But first, I want to see a 15-minute low get swept. So again, I am looking for internal. This right here is external liquidity. I want to see price sweep a swing high, which would be this or this right here. And then the objective would be to trade from internal to external again, which would be the initial morning low, followed by the New York low and the London lows. But again, I still want to see a swing high or swing low get swept on NQ. My stomach is hungry. Okay. I'm still not going to zoom in because I'm not seeing what I want to see just yet. Yes, I like that it is, still drawing higher, but I like NQ better because NQ might be the one to offer SMT. Which is fine with me. I just want to continue to see what it does. And we're drawing higher. Darn. Okay, that's fine. We just swept the what's the word? Yeah, we just swept the 4-hour high, and Q hasn't as much. But just watching still. Again, I am targeting a short in these areas here because this right here is where I expect price to have trouble drawing higher. This right here is the balanced price range, meaning that price will have a really hard time getting off of it. This right here is the displacement off of yesterday's run. So that's what I'm looking for right now. Still don't see anything on the 15-minute. I would like to see an inside candle on the 15-minute though. Here in about, well, the 9:45 to 10 o'clock candle. I want to see an inside candle. And then if I see an inside candle, the next candle that I want to see is a sweep of the low on either of the pair, and then a draw higher. That'll be confirmed SMT, and that'll give me enough reason logically to zoom into the 5 and 1 minute to see if there is a setup. On the 1 minute or the 5 minute, what I want to see is I want to see a sweep, a liquidity purge off the high and low, with the low being the turtle soup, followed by displacement higher, and then an entry into 50% of the retracement. Okay, so the second candle just started. Well, a minute and a half ago. We do have an inside candle thus far on ES, and Q already swept this the the high. Let's take a look actually. That is SMT at the highs. But again, I'm not looking for shorts just yet. I need price to draw higher still. We do have an order block here on the 5-minute on both ES and NQ. Let's take a look at the 1-minute. Okay, we do have a swing high, swing low on both ES and NQ. But I don't think that those swing highs or swing lows are the ones that um, I will look at. Yeah, see this swing high and this swing low, I'm not fully convinced with just yet. What I am looking for is I am looking for maybe this swing high and this swing low. It's not as defined. I'm sure if you look at the 30-second, you'll be able to find an entry long. Yeah, still nothing here. Maybe if we get an actual swing high, swing low, we might get an actual entry here. Yeah, this one's more defined. All right, so we are 1 minute away from the macro. Yeah, I would like for this to be the swing high. We get the sweep of this low here, draw higher. But again, I'm not convinced just yet. We still have SMT between the high and low. All right, so 50% of the range here. Along with 50% of the range here. Okay. Yeah, I could definitely see this being the turtle soup entry. But I'm not going to enter just yet. Not until I actually see my model. And if we draw higher, sweep this high, and then we sweep this low, then that would be the perfect setup. Because again, I'm not looking for this swing high, swing low to be the actual ones. So I'm just gonna continue watching, waiting. I am seeing lethargic moves up, so I'm not looking for that. It's very lethargic. But what I am seeing is I am seeing a swing low now, proper swing low. So yeah, definitely liking this swing low here. All right, so now what I want to see is I want to see maybe a sweep of this high and low. Again, a purge. But obviously, if it draws lower, then the swing low will be even lower here. So now I want to see a purge of both sides. First a purge of this high, then a purge of this low. On either one of them, or both. ES more so than NQ because ES aligns perfectly with the 50%. So a quick purge would be beautiful. Come on, quick purge. Let's take a look at what the 5-minute looks like. 5-minute doesn't tell me anything. We are still holding above this order block here, so let's add that. We are pretty balanced also on both areas. We have a gap here. Come on. Let's do it. Sweep, 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 sweep. Perfect. Okay. All right, so now we have the first stage of our setup. Now I want to see a purge of this low. And if I see that, then I want to look for, yeah, I want to see a purge of this low right here, along with displacement higher, 12 points. No longer SMT at the lows. I can delete this. And I'm going to get an order ready. 33, 32.75. Okay, so I'm going to get an order ready at 33 and 32.75. I just don't want price to, come on, darn. Looks like we're drawing higher. That's fine. All right, I do like that the drive higher is very lethargic. So come on. So now we have our high up here, 50% of the range. So now I'm going to move both my buy orders at 53 then, at 33. 33. Okay. All right. So I have 2 buy orders here. Still 75% of the range. We are drawing lower. Now, see, I don't want to use these swing high and swing low because, yeah, I don't want to use that just yet. This doesn't even, it would have to be this low, but this low is it's too much for me. Yeah, it's too low for me. So again, I'm gonna use this one right here. I just don't want price to continue drawing higher anymore. Come on, draw lower. I think we might. You got a lot of people that are long here. Come on. And I have seen this model a couple of times. Last week we played it once. This week I'm looking to play it again. I just don't want price to draw higher anymore. Come on. Please draw lower. Again, we do have news at 10. So if price draws higher, then that's fine. I'll just catch the short up here somewhere. All right. So again, I do have my my buy order ready at 33, which is right here. Actually, let's do this. 33. There we go. No, only one. Where is it? Okay. All right. Wait. Okay, so now there's SMT. And I got stopped out. All right. Darn. Okay. Oh, is that the SMT I was looking for? Yep, NQ swept that low. ES didn't. Okay. All right, let's try it again then. All right, let's look for it again. If it sweeps this low, then that trade idea is out. Okay, so what I want to see next is I want to see this, the next candle close above it. If I see that, then I'll get in. Nah, never mind. That trade idea is out the window. I still want to see something though. I don't want to see this low get swept. If this low gets swept, then this trade idea is gone. So I want to just continue watching here. I put in a buy here with a stop right here. So about a 2-point stop. There it is. All right. And I'm back in. Okay, so now I'm looking for a draw towards the highs. Okay, Beautiful. Continue drawing higher. Come on. Beautiful. All right. All right. So this one's working out. I want to see price close above here. And if it does, oh, that's amazing. Amazing. All right. I'm in with two contracts. Covered one up here. I don't want to see price come back this area yet or anymore. My stop is below this swing low here. And I want to see how price closes above this area here. Here we go. Oh my God. Definitely made my money, my loss back from yesterday already on the one contract. The next contract I am looking for draw higher. NQ, I don't see anything off NQ. I want to see now how price reacts here. If it starts closing down here, then I'm out. It touched this, so I need to see price immediately move up higher. Let me put my stop now, actually. All right, I got my stop set. Ooh, looks like I'm gonna get stopped. Never mind. Oh crap. Here we go. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna keep my stop set here. Yep, I'm gonna keep my stop set. 30.75. Yep, it's set. My entry was 31, which was right here. As soon as this one opened, I hit those buys. So there's SMT between ES and NQ. Let's take one on paper. All right. So my buy is right here. I want to see this candle close above. And another entry could be if price closes above this inverse, or if this turns it into an inverse. Oh no, we closed below consequent encroachment. I don't like that. I think I'm gonna get stopped here. No. Wow. It really took me out for a spin. All right, so I'm gonna look for another entry here, but I want to see how this one closes first. I want to see it close above here. Oh crap, I think I'm gonna get stopped. Okay. This candle right here closed below consequent encroachment. So what would tell me if price is still bullish is if this candle closes above here in a couple more seconds. Or the next one. We have a wick here. All right. Okay. Nope. Looks like it's not willing to, but I'm still watching. and I'm out. Okay, so I got stopped out there on the last contract. But just because I got stopped here doesn't mean that I'm still out of this trade. This is obviously a paper, but I still I'm still interested because there you go. That's what I'm looking to see. Now I want to see a close above this area here, and if I see that, then I'm getting long again. All right, 39 is my entry. Come on, just a little bit. I didn't get it. Ah, darn. Yep, that was definitely the entry. Looks like I'm not going to get it. There he goes. All right. So one really great win. I was able to get 10 points off of this one. So made back yesterday's loss, as well as we do have SMT at the lows, but I am still looking for a draw higher. This is still not out of the realm of possibility. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take micros here. Yeah, I'm going to take micros instead. 39. Yep, 39. All right, so I do have a buy order at 39. NQ is drawing higher now. Looks like I'm not going to get it. Darn. This right here is market structure shift, so there are a lot of people trying to get along. But I'm just going to wait. If it doesn't come back to this area here, then I'm done for the morning session. See right here, 39, right at 50%. If it breaks the high, then I'll be done for the morning session. Not just yet. No. All right, so it broke the high. Not by a lot though. Yep, I'm still gonna leave it there in case. It has to come back within the next few minutes. Otherwise, that'll be it for the day. There we go. So I think I might get it. Come on. Just a little more. Oh, let me cover this. This one here. I'm looking for 39. Let's cover one at 10. All right, so I covered that one. Come on, just a little bit more. Let's put the stop in this one. So I'll stop limit right here, break even. Okay, all right, come on. Might get it. Might get it. Come on. We do have a 3 drive pattern, so I'm mindful of that. Okay, so I'm in. I like that immediate reaction. Now I don't want price to close below here anymore. I want price to continue drawing higher. No, if it comes back, if it draws lower, then I got to get out. Oy. All right, we're still at this right here, consequent encroachment, so that's fine. But I want price to close up here. I don't want price to close below this inverse here now. And it looks like we are going to. Close above consequent encroachment and we'll be good. Yeah, I don't like how that's going to close. All right, so we close above that. So now I want an immediate draw higher, and my stop is at the low. If it draws past the low, then I'm out. No, come on, close above, and it looks like I'm gonna get stopped. 550. Let me put my stop. Okay, so I got my stop down here. If I get stopped, then I get stopped. All right, now I want price to close above this now. Okay. No, no. Continue higher. Come on, draw higher. I want it to close above this right here. I don't like that rejection. Okay, I like how it didn't even touch consequent encroachment. It's gonna close above. Yes, beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna take one up here. Actually, no, I'm gonna take one up here at the high of day. And my stop is now, I'm gonna put it to 36.50 now. Yep, there we go. Oh, this is amazing. Today I'm reading price. Amazing. Come on. And my last one will be here. I want price to respect all of these gaps here. We should no longer see a draw towards these lows here. And of course, and I got stopped. Okay. All right, so that was it. Um, there is SMT now between this low and this low and this low and this low, but that's a lower time frame SMT, so I'm not really too interested in that. Overall, though, a great day. Had an amazing win here. Had a break even here, and I had a win up here, but I didn't cover until this high was broken. Now this might be turtle soup here, which is fine to me. I don't care because I was just looking for this high and then this high to get broken. I might have held on to another one to see if it reached this area up here, but I'm not going to do that anymore. Instead, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wait because we are, like I said, we are in. Keep on forgetting that the space bar is the center button because we are in seek and destroy, meaning that price may come down to sweep these lows here. So I need to see more structure on the higher time frames to give me a reason to get long. The reason I got long here on this one was because we were in SMT. There was an SMT play here between that low. Yep, that low and that low, and this low and this low here. So that's SMT. Gave me a reason to get long. I took a little too long to get in. I actually wanted to get in down here, but I hesitated a little bit. Um, but as soon as I realized that we were going to draw higher, entered at this candle right here, covered into, uh, got in at 31, which is right here, and then price drew higher after that. So beautiful trade. Again, first thing I expected was a purge, swing high, swing low, purged here, along with SMT, displacement higher. Not necessarily an order block, but this invert here gave me enough indication the price would continue drawing higher. And obviously it didn't on this high here, but I liked how I read that, especially, where was it? Especially this candle here. Price kept on closing lower, and then with this candle, price drew higher, came back here. Now technically my stop should be down here somewhere, or this low here, because price may still want to draw higher. This might be SMT. I mean, not SMT. This might be what's the word? This might be geez, turtle soup. There you go. For price to continue drawing higher. But again, I'm no longer in this because again caught a pretty good move. So made back yesterday's low and then some, yesterday's loss and then some. So I am looking now for another swing high, swing low on the 15-minute for me to tell anything. Because here we swept this purged here, as you can see, as above so below, meaning whatever happens on the higher time frame will lead the way for whatever happens on the lower time frame. Purge here, draw higher. So that's it for today. I'm happy again after yesterday's abysmal effort. No impulsive moves today, no impulsive trades, especially after yesterday's. So yeah, I'm happy for today. I'm gonna call it a day early. I mean, a whole day early. Actually, I might come back for the 13:30 because it might still happen today where we draw into this area and then we draw lower. Because price is still holding above this low here. Actually, above this low here. Um, Wait, is it this low here? Oh yeah, or this low. But again, this is the low I'm paying attention to. I want to see how price reacts off of these lows here. But I think we will get a pretty good setup during the afternoon session. And if we do, then I'll probably look to enter again with micros. Um, Not looking to give back any profit today. I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll call it a day here, and I'll see you tomorrow.